Remember when we went to see the eclipse? And for the brothers who did not go, sorry, you need to imagine it. But remember, we were there after having been the whole morning on the road trying to get to the place. At the end we arrived and we saw that it was a perfect place. There was a sunny day, a nice, I don't know how it was for the novices, but for the human it was a nice farm. There was a church, a lot of people that they were excited. We were also excited. We already had our special glasses and we were waiting for that moment. Then we're having lunch and all of a sudden it started. Now remember, when you saw that last ray of light disappear, when you saw how that last ray of light was covered by the moon. But now think in the darkness and the cold that we all experienced during those minutes. Now think of the lack of color, the lack of life, and in a sense, the feeling that the day was over. I think that the world had this same experience on Good Friday at 3 p.m. when Christ was dead. That was a world that lost its light, a world that lost its color, its life, its meaning. For us, it was nice to go and see an eclipse for a few minutes, especially knowing that the sun was going to appear again. But now try to imagine how it would be like to live in a world in which you don't know if the sun is going to appear again. How it would be to live in a world in which you are not sure if you will have the same colors of before, or in which you are going to be cold. Have you imagined it? Is it even possible? That would be pretty sad. We could have had that same experience, but we didn't. We didn't. Now, remember, after that, when we saw those rays of light appear again, when you saw how the moon rolled away, giving way, making way for the sun to shine upon us, how everything became clearer. We felt how everything returned to normal. Then the colors arrived. I felt warm again. It was like a new day. And I think, actually I was even impressed of how with a small ray of light, everything was so different. With a small ray of light, the darkness was completely destroyed. And I think that the apostles, the world, felt the same on Easter Sunday after Christ's resurrection. They felt the same when that stone was rolled away, making way for Christ to shine upon us. When that stone was rolled away, the world received that light that we were already missing. The world experienced how life was coming back to our lives. And I think that this experience that we had with the eclipse is the same experience that we also had 2 weeks ago during Holy Week. We also experienced the loss of the Son of God. But it was not meant to finish there. At the end, the Son appeared again. At the end, Christ was resurrected. And you, novice, you humanist, and you, Father, you all have experienced it. We all have experienced it. But now, remember how after it was all over, when we were getting ready to come back to face those 8 hours driving, we were excited. We were ready. We just wanted to come back and to share with our brothers who didn't go, between us, that experience that we had. Those details that we experienced that maybe some people didn't. And I think that the apostles felt the same. When they saw Christ risen, they just wanted to go and tell everyone about that light that they experienced. They wanted to go and share those details that they saw. They wanted to share that sunrise in their lives. So I think we are called to do the same. We are called to go and share with everybody all this light that we have received. But first, I think we need to go and receive that light. We need to come in front of Christ, be with Him, and receive that presence, that light that He is offering to us, so we can have it, we can experience it, and then we can go and share with others. Obviously, always remembering that we are bridges, that we are called to bring the people to Christ. Or as Father Timothy said 3 hours ago before dinner, the world needs Christ. Will you do what it takes to bring them to Him? Will you do what it takes?